Yo yo yo, Seawiz coming back at ya with another Horizon Forbidden West video. We're gonna be on part number 84, people. This is gonna be a good one. This is gonna be straight into Gemini. Let me prop myself up a little bit better. This is gonna be straight into Gemini, which is where we're gonna go to the cauldron, do our big plan, try and capture Hephaestus. This is a big one, people. This is end game stuff. Gonna be good. Let's get into it. Everything's pretty much set up. We just gotta go back to base, talk to Gaia, say that we're ready. Bada bing, bada boom. We will be off to the cauldron. That's already selected. Travel point instead of a pack. Why use a pack when I'm stood right at campfire? No sense. Still do that.
Nightmares.
Is there anything to collect out of the chest? Is it refilled? Have a look. Wherever it is, there it is. Ah, it's not refilled. Gaia, it is.
Welcome back.
It's time, people. It is time.
Hello, Aloy.
Hey Gaia. So, me and Beta. Guess you heard what happened.
Yes. I am continuously impressed by the complexity of human relationships. Despite the unpleasant circumstances that led to your quarrel, I am pleased to see you have both found an agreeable resolution.
Well, two heads are better than one, right?
Yes, I believe so. Are you ready to depart for Cauldron Gemini? Or we can continue our conversation, if you like.
Alright. Let's... There is.
So, about Beta. I never really saw the difference between us until now. She's been through so much. Completely alone.
You have both endured many hardships. Different in almost every respect, yet equally remarkable. I like to think of you as two miracles, born of Elizabeth Sobek.
3, then. Let's not forget about you, Gaia. How's all of us settling in?
As soon as she arrived, Alva was eager to study the data in the archive. A particular file soon caught her attention. Information about a machine assistant devoted to keeping living spaces neat and orderly. I informed her that once I am empowered with the abilities of Hephaestus, I may be able to design such a machine.
I'm sure she'll like that. When I set out to find a way to bring you back, I never thought we'd be here, like this. Among friends.
They have all come a long way with their improvised educations. Varl has suggested that one day we might extend this model to more tribal inhabitants, once the biosphere has been stabilized.
Yeah, that's not such a bad idea. As long as you're the one running the lessons.
We not already heard this one. It said there was something new to ask, but I'm sure.
So our plan to capture Hephaestus. Let's go over it again.
As you wish. We now know that Hephaestus will not respond to...
Which is why...
Correct.
Already heard.
When we
Already
this,
heard this.
Not quite,
How long...
because...
And during that, the other...
Correct. The energy
Already
surge.
watched.
And then we'll...
No, it was saying like there was new stuff to hit.
So I, found Thebes. What do you think Ted would have done if his life extension treatments had worked?
It seems he convinced himself it was his duty to guide future humans. Given the tribal nature of new humans, and his ability to use Omega clearance on the terraforming system, I imagine he would have convinced one or more tribes to worship him as their patriarchal deity.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep, glad that didn't happen.
Yeah. Some god, man. Basically dead, let's be honest. Let's be honest, he pretty much lived like he was anyway. That's what money would do. Money brings all the power and system set up.
So what will happen to this place while we're at Gemini?
All systems within this facility will continue to operate. As Minerva will no longer be masking this location, the facility will be exposed to detection. Though without my presence, it is unlikely to attract attention.
Let's hope so. Aside from Gaia Prime and Thebes, there was one other underground facility that was sealed before the Pharaoh Plague reached it. Elysium. The place where Zero Dawn staff and their families went to live out their lives. Do you know what happened to it?
Elysium was designed to provide life support for 100 years. My data indicates the facility went offline well before then.
Did the Pharaoh Plague find them?
Unknown. My connection to the facility was abruptly severed.
I don't know if we do that in this game, but that could definitely be a DLC. Finding out what happened to it. Jim. Really make a whole game around. Yeah. Space with it. It's saying there's still stuff to ask, but guess I'll ask this, but I'm
Gaia? What was Elizabeth like?
yeah, I've always
Her presence is interwoven with my memories. The moment I came online, she was there. We exchanged greetings, names, then set to our task. It was the first of many conversations. I enjoyed being in her company, listening to her stories. She was my creator, my guide.
Your friend.
Yes. When I reviewed the data on your focus, I was saddened to learn
Focus.
of her fate. Though I am glad she made it home. I deeply wish she did not have to be alone.
She was okay with that. She gave all of herself. did all that she could. Thanks, Gaia.
Pretty sure I listened to that before, but I just let that one run. Alright, let's go. Nothing more. Wings of the Tens not unlocked. There's no way of unlocking it. It must come after this. It has to.
Okay, people. It's time to head out.
I'll get everyone together.
Here we go. The conclusion. Or part of it, at least. They're all going to their own cauldrons. Confused, the Zeniths.
Connections in place. Booting up.
Beta, Aloy. I am fully installed on this core and ready to connect to the Cauldron
Shit,
network.
here goes.
It's good to hear your voice.
No turning back now.
Erend, everyone. Fire your pulses and sound off.
I'm at my cauldron. This thingy, it's blinking. Did I do it right? In position at my cauldron. My pulse generator is blinking also.
That means they're working. I'm in position, and mine is too.
Mine as well.
Okay. Radio silence until I give the all clear. Signing off. Gaia, let's cage the beast.
Still gonna take 4.5 hours though.
Connecting to the Cauldron network now.
Elizabeth Sobek, Alpha Prime, activating Omega clearance. Elizabeth Sobek, Alpha Prime, activating Omega clearance.
Clearance confirmed. Initiating containment sequence.
Yeah, there it is. Oh damn.
Take it down.
Terminating external connections.
It's working. It's got nowhere to go.
What
Wait,
does
what's that?
that mean?
Malware detected. Attempting to compensate.
Oh shit.
It's cracked.
Look!
It's fighting back.
That means machines are on their way.
Oh shit. Goddamn. Final showdown.
Get ready.
Here they come!
Final countdown.
It's time to fight! Are you okay?
Behemoth, Ravager.
Stay back! Get back!
trying to deal with one at a time, people. God damn it.
Right away from Beta! Stay back!
One down.
You're wounded.
Get back!
You're wounded.
I'm gonna use poison and then I'm gonna go to frost, man. I think just using frost overall is gonna be better on all of them. The tick damage on the corrosion is just not enough, man.
Away from Beta!
The corrosion's doing 8 ticks per second. It's rubbish.
Stay back!
Yeah, we're going with frost, people. Stuff the corrosion.
Aloy! Need a hand over here!
There we go. Yes, it is.
Right away from Beta!
That's all of them for now. You two okay?
Wow. I used way too much health. I just obtained 11 from that pod, so we're good again, we're good. That was very generous to give me all of them back in one go. I am not complaining. But yeah, if any of the others say that they're weak to poison, we're gonna be going with shock or frost. The poisons, it's just not enough tick damage. It's same with the fire, it's just not enough. Plasma's pretty good, as long as you get the build up to the full blast, but it does do a good blast amount of blast damage. Yeah, plasma, shock's good. Problem with shock though is they're frozen in place, but as soon as you tear off a part of one of their weak parts, it instantly runs out. It won't just stay shocked for the whole time, man. You can just knock off as many pieces as possible, and as soon as you knock a piece off, it's gone. This is why frost runs supreme. Slows them down to crawling speed. Even if you don't hit a weak spot, massive damage. If you hit a weak spot, even more, like total damage, and it tears off their components really. Like, frost is so much better than the others. Frost is so much better.
Sorry, I had to check something out. You were saying something before I left?
Still breathing.
Aloy, Hephaestus can't escape, but it must have fled.
Okay. Now we're topped up.
Aloy, Hephaestus can't escape, but it must have fled.
Deeper into the facility. I'll drive it back here.
I'll get the cracked core fixed in the meantime.
Keep her safe, Varl.
On my life.
Yeah, Val, do your job. Dagnammit. So what am I supposed to do? Sue Hephaestus into the cauldron.
Okay, let's see. Oh, that's a lot of damage. Right, first things first.
I have a full stash of medberries. We should leave these stockpiles then. If they're gonna give us like massive amounts of health like that, might be useful to keep some of them lying about.
Force it out of wherever it's hiding. Make it retreat to the core.
I'm already maxed out. Same goes with this. I think we just leave it.
You don't, Hephaestus! I'll find another way over.
Saying that, I don't think there's gonna be a way to come back. Yeah, it locked me out. Just as I realised.
To reach the other side.
Gonna be a jump.
There's gotta be a way over.
Jump and glide. Do you think we'll make that? It's a grapple point. It's the only way, people. Jump.
Aloy, I'm patched into your focus feet. You should know there's a huge power draw coming from the next chamber.
Thanks for the heads up. I'm almost there.
It's absolutely huge. Gimme, 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 gimme. See, 13 berries. It's almost like we should have left it, but if there's not going to be a way of getting back, it's pointless.
It's some kind of production chamber. Hephaestus is up to something, all right?
What kind of machine is it trying to build?
I don't know, but I'm gonna shut it down. I bet those metal carriers will lead me to where it's getting materials from.
I bet that's where Hephaestus is hiding too.
There's something under that. Under that goo. Apply caches down there again. Is there anywhere I can go from here? I have to jump down, I think. I have to. Let's leave all these caches. Quite see how I'm supposed to get up to him yet. just through the next room. Okay.
I gotta find where Festus is hiding. Looks like there are a couple of ways I could go.
Explore the 2 cauldron
Well, that
chambers.
doesn't sound good.
Aloy, I've managed to rewire most of the components in the core, but the energy processor's cracked. Without a way to fabricate another, there's no way I can fix it.
Okay, let me think. What if you bypass the processor? Connect it to...
The power node. I think that could work.
I think it could.
I know which way to go first.
I might be able to catch a ride on the rail. Go over the shield.
Just grab these.
Machines are reading the critical chamber. Better fall.
I'm gonna hit by a berserker, dude. Let's override him. Just in case we get jumped by something else. He won't stay like that for long, but... we have to kill him before it runs out. Now he should.
Oh, great. Machine's on the way. Beta! Festus has locked me out of the node. Any ideas?
I'll see what I can do.
Here he goes. Yo, he knocked him straight on his ass. Oh god, he ain't missing. Go on, dude. Ah, now he's no longer. He did some work for me, though.
managed to disrupt Hephaestus' control of the node. You should be able to override it now.
It's nice. Thanks.
Grab another health. Maxed out again. Leave that one over there, see if any more come. If not, we'll grab it.
It sounds like it led to another chamber.
Well, better not get comfortable. Great. Festus covered the floor with lightning. I gotta find a way over it.
Aloy! More machines keep coming! Please tell me you're getting close!
I'm working on it. I've been smashing through a lot of machines on my side, too.
Darren's missing out!
Aloy, I'm making progress on the bypass, but I need something to hold the cycling module together.
Maybe a ligament from one of the machine carcasses?
Right? Or some luminous braiding.
Reinforce it with a conversion cylinder.
Increased activity! I think the station can do this, Aloy.
We've got to get up there, I think.
I should be able to catch a ride on one of those metal carriers.
Let's grab all this.
Just longer. Alright. I need to draw Festus out of here.
There should be another node to override.
Got it. Made.
Radar's disabled. not progress until we get it back. Kind of important. Very important. We can get some health back. There we go. That was 3 berries then. Alright, let's see what happens when I do this before I grab that. Alright, that didn't work.
Here we go again.
This is all good. I'll try to get your access back.
Still doing good, still doing good. We got this big. Okay. Frost again. Frost all the way. We could even do triple notch. He can't get up here.
Node access restored. Now you can override it.
Work.
Let's grab this stuff.
Okay. This is running out of places to hide.
Aloy? I just registered a huge energy surge back in the production chamber. Something big is happening.
Here too. Everything's glowing.
It must have finished it.
It's gonna be that whatever's under the
Powerful. Whatever it
the
is.
green goo.
I'm almost done with the core repairs. Should we come to you? Maybe I could distract the machine if...
No. Just stay where you are.
The green goo monster.
Handling the machine's my job.
Okay. Be safe.
How do you like me now?
Like I said, man, I still think she's gonna end up doing something to sacrifice her life. That's my guess. It won't let me carry it past. Ah, yes it will. Don't like heavy weapons, but if I can hold one when it spawns in and just shoot off many shots as I can. If I drop it, I won't be picking it back up. I'm not going to be able to take it anyway, I don't think. Can I maybe make it up the side here? Yeah, we can't make it over there. Heal, grab. Right, so we got these. It's probably gonna shut this as soon as I walk through. I'll leave them just in case, but I'll just grab them. I'll grab them. I think it is gonna lock us out. Yep. I might as well grab them. This is my last scan, I reckon.
Scan it first. Those things on its legs are glowing. I think it's charging up.
Nah, it's not the last one. It's a slaughter spawn. I've seen these before. It's still an enemy we ain't seen. Although this one does look different.
It's covered in plasma. On me. It's gonna explode any second. Maybe one of my potions can help. Okay, better.
I have got a cleanse potion somewhere. There. I haven't used them throughout the whole game, but yeah. She just reminded me of it. Not even using my surge. Spamming me. It's literally spamming me. I can't get up. Oh my days. Holy crap.
It's done. You did it! There should be one more node to override.
Good. Stand by. I'm sending Hephaestus back to you.
Wasn't difficult really. Yeah, just at the end where it was spamming me and not letting me get back up. Oh shit. All defense. I've got 3 of them. 2 of them now. So if I put both of them on something, that'd be extra 6% on everything. Don't know if it's worth it though. I don't know. Acid and fire. That'd be good to put on that legendary hunter bow, the elemental one I've got. Yeah, if I put the acid and the fire, and then I can put a frost one on there as well. And then maybe an overdraw damage. Nah, probably like draw speed or something. But actually, in all honesty, I'm probably not even going to upgrade it and use it this playthrough. I wish I knew that was going to be berries. I would have restocked my thing. Might as well restock just in case it does that again. We're only 1 away from being maxed. Yeah, there we go, max. Max again. There's another 12. That went to the stash. Another one there. Hope there's not another fight in here. I could have saved some of them.
No more hiding, Hephaestus!
Got it! Hephaestus is back in the core!
Make sure it stays there. I'm heading back.
And we're topped up.
Then we can start the merge.
Because of you, Beta. I'm glad you came along. And you, Varl. We couldn't have done any of this without you.
Right back at you, Aloy.
It's the final showdown, people. Gonna be the final showdown. Don't think it's gonna end the game though, because there's still quests left, so let's see what happens.
The bypass is done.
The core is stable.
Here we go.
Hephaestus is 100% contained. And we better get started with the merge. It's all set up. Gaia, establish the link, please.
Done.
I gotta wait here for 4.5 hours. Oh shit.
Okay, to complete the merge, we need to excise Hephaestus' malicious code. Carefully. Aloy! Look!
What does that mean? Oh shit.
Well, hello, redundant copy. You cost us quite a lot of time. Eric, get Beta. And squash that bug while you're at it.
Get behind me.
You can't beat this motherfucker, man. We need Silence to turn up with a weapon.
Come on! Quit screwing around.
Now we're having fun, right?
No. Oh, Val got done.
Finally. Tilda, get Gaia and Hephaestus ready for transport. Tilda!
I failed.
Hush, hush. All is not lost.
Tilda! What the hell are you doing?
We got someone who's helping us. Hilda was on our side. That's why she befriended Beta. She was friends of Sobek, wasn't she, Tilda? She was at least very interested in Sobek. I think she was friends at one point.
Varl.
So they basically did all that and give it all to the Zeniths for free. That was
Where am I?
one hell of a cock up.
You're awake. You took quite a hit when Gerard attacked you. I imagine you must still be in a great deal of pain. I can assure you that we are safe. The others can't detect us here.
You mean the other Zeniths? You must be Tilda.
I wasn't sure if Beta would have told you about me.
Where is she?
Alive. And while she isn't where she wants to be, not in urgent danger. We must discuss how to get her back, of course, after you've shaken off the cobwebs. When you're ready, take the stairs down the hall and come see me. In the meantime, I'll make breakfast.
Breakfast. Okay.
Shit. You need that Zenith. You need that weapon that Prometheus had, man. You need to get in touch with Silence. Okay, interlude. That remain. When's it gonna give me the wings of 10, man? Must be an after, like once you've completed the main story, like, you know, sometimes games do that. Finish the main story and then it'll have like a couple of loose ends what you can do optional after. It's gotta be one of them jobs, man, it has to be.
What's all this for?
I mean, there was nothing else I could do, there was no other option to unlock the other quests.
What is this?
Just a few favorites from my collection. Rescued and stored here just before I went off-world. Take a look, if you like. I'm curious to hear your impressions.
My friend is dead. Beta and Gaia are gone, and you want me to look at old paintings?
Don't be so quick to dismiss the comfort we can find in art, or the insight we might gain. My favorite pairing on the left is Woman Reading a Letter by Vermeer, a true master. And on the right is a forgery,
woman reading music, which fooled experts into believing it was a priceless original. Early in my career, I became fascinated with such deceptions. Eventually, I developed scanning software that could detect fakes with unparalleled accuracy.
Is that how you made enough money to buy your way onto the Odyssey?
Oh no. I made my real fortune later.
Why do you keep the forgery?
I've always enjoyed studying the two side by side. Both painters capture light, color, and perspective. But what makes one a masterpiece and the other simply an imitation?
The forgery looks... sharper?
Good eye. The details are crisp. The contrast bold. It tells us more, and yet we feel less.
What's in the letter?
Who can say? What does the painting tell you?
She's... concerned. Whatever's written in the letter troubles her. A burden she can't put down.
Fascinating.
Why go through so much effort to make a fake masterpiece?
The forger initially painted under his own name, but found little success. His work was considered unremarkable. But when he took on the guise of Vermeer, suddenly it was celebrated as extraordinary.
But it was a lie. And he knew it.
Sometimes we struggle to glean what is real and imagined, even within ourselves.
Well, it's funny though, isn't it? It was the same paintings, the same painter, but all of a sudden, because it was named after somebody that already made it, all of a sudden the people were saying that his work was brilliant. They weren't actually looking at the art, or they was, but because he was a nobody, they were just dismissing him. It's kind of the way that life goes, even like in terms of like YouTube and Twitch. Someone comes in, even if you're a good streamer, if you ain't got no viewers, they immediately leave. Then you'll be deemed as not being very good. Same with YouTube, you got no views, people instantly leave, deemed as not good. Yet you could be the best streamer, the best video maker out there. Yeah, it's just humans, man, fickle, very fickle. Very sheepish behavior, man. That's the way it is.
The irony of these two is that Vermeer died in obscurity. He had no idea his work would become some of the most precious, most copied, most preserved pieces in all history.
Interesting. Interesting the way that would translate to real life. In other areas, not just painting.
Selene and Endymion. She's the goddess of the moon, whereas he's a simple shepherd. Beside her is the god of love, Cupid.
So she's sneaking up on him?
More like visiting him in secret. The torch that Cupid bears represents Selene's undying infatuation with him. Though the two must remain apart, her love will forever burn.
And why can't Selene and Endymion be together?
Selene took a vow of chastity, promising to never take a lover. So when she fell in love with Endymion, she could only visit him at night while he slept.
But then wouldn't she be breaking that vow?
Think of it as a forbidden love. Though circumstance keeps them apart, still they find a way to come together, however briefly.
Aren't Selene and Endymion cold?
Perhaps we should move on to another piece. Shall we move on?
Learning lessons from art. Art can be perceived differently by different people. I suppose that's the whole captivating thing about it. Art is very subjective.
A portrait of the painter, Rembrandt's son Titus, depicted in the habit of a monk.
I don't get it. Why would someone like you, with infinite resources, care about this painting of a boy in a hood?
It's not the image itself, but the feeling it conveys. The face is bright and defined, but his eyes are downcast, heavy with misfortune. And the background seems to swallow all light. The painting is infused with a sense of loss.
I guess I understand how the painter feels.
I mean, that's what she sees. I mean, I don't know if I would think that deeply about that painting, but I can sort of see where it's got a gloominess to the picture.
Works of art such as these can often cause us to look inwards at our own lives. I'm sorry about your friend. Had I been able to intervene, I would have. But the risk of losing you as well was too great.
Everything went by in a blur. I couldn't get to him.
You know, long before holograms and focus recordings, people relied on art to memorialize their loved ones. Because of works like this painting, their lives are immortalized. Rembrandt had 4 children by his wife. All but Titus died shortly after she gave birth to them. She passed not long after that. Titus became the only family Rembrandt had.
Which is why he painted him this way.
Indeed. Then tragedy struck again. Disease claimed Titus at 26. It's almost as if Rembrandt painted the future, closing in on him. Rembrandt actually painted several portraits of Titus, but this one has always been my favorite. It's honest.
What do you mean?
In others, Titus was portrayed in brighter, livelier states, but here, Rembrandt allows himself to express his true feelings. Sorrow, fear, hope, love, laid bare on canvas for all time. I see this one resonates deeply with you.
Not really, I'm just trying to listen to all the dialogue.
Rembrandt's The Night Watch, by far the most famous painting my homeland ever produced. It was commissioned to honor a militia made up of influential citizens.
I guess you must have been an influential citizen.
In my day. But not as influential as you've been in this new world.
The militia. They look disorganized.
Where others painted such scenes in a stiff and stationary manner, Rembrandt chose to show them in action, preparing to march. He wanted them to feel alive. You can almost hear the commotion.
Yeah, I'd agree.
Who's the girl in the painting?
She's a strange one, isn't she? Bathed in light, though no one is paying attention to her. Many believe she's a symbol of the militia. A physical manifestation of their spirit, if you will.
She's not real?
What's real in a painting? She's meant to represent the militia's virtue and victory. But I like to think they underestimate her. She looks as if she's seen something. What does she know? What secrets does she keep? There's so much detail to take in, isn't there?
she is kind of weird when you consider the rest of the picture. She does stand out. But so does the clown at the top as well, stands out quite a bit.
The Gust by Willem van de Velde, the most famous of his many maritime paintings.
Sure, I've seen.
Ship crossing into the unknown. I guess you're familiar with that.
Indeed, which is why I appreciate this composition in particular. Though waves and wind threaten to destroy the ship, it perseveres, clinging to the light even as darkness closes in all around it.
Sure, I've seen this picture before, you know. Obviously, a famous, real picture. Yeah. My mum and dad used to have some, like, pictures of boats at seas, like rough seas like this, old boats, ships. They never had this one, I don't think, but they had some similar sort of scenarios. A couple of them on the walls. They got taken down a long time ago. It's all like modern stuff in there now, but yeah, they used to.
Where is the ship going?
To a faraway land, most likely. My ancestors used ships like these to explore the world, sometimes at great cost.
What were they looking for?
Anything of value. They were traders willing to face unknown dangers to make their fortunes. But no matter how far they went, they always turned their sails home.
So this Van de Velde only painted ships?
It was his specialty. Following in the footsteps of his father, Willem the Elder. The two had quite a journey of their own, taking them all the way to the court of a foreign kingdom.
Did they ever come home?
No, but eventually their lives worked it. Take your time.
That's all of the art. Ah, that's not all of the art. What is that noise? I think it's above ground.
Here. Out of madness, out of grief. It's hard to watch her suffer. I should move on.
Stunning, isn't it? Paintings weren't the only masterpieces of my people's golden age. This is Van Vianen's leaded ewer, molded from a single sheet of silver.
What was it for?
How like Elizabeth you are. Function over form. Its practical purpose was less important than its meaning. Van Vianen created it in honor of his late brother, who himself was a famous silversmith.
A memorial?
Yes. Such beauty from sorrow.
Bloody machines above.
If this ewer was a memorial, how did you end up with it?
As the Pharaoh swarm closed in, my homeland's greatest museum gave it to me, along with many other works, in the hope that I could preserve them. A masterpiece like this was too important to lose to history. I even considered bringing it with me off-world to ensure its safety.
Why didn't you?
I took a calculated risk. This vault seemed more secure than the unknowns of space. Besides, I thought someday I might return. A long life, after all, has its advantages. Now, lo and behold, here I am. Exquisite, isn't it?
A lot of weight on his shoulders. feeling.
Is that the one where he has the weight of the world on his back? Obviously, it's not on this one. I think there was it was in Superman as well. I'm not sure if that's a real sculpture, or if it's this one and they like put the world on its back.
I should move on.
I've definitely seen that one before. It might not be this specific one, but
There you are. Feeling better?
How did you find us? At the Cauldron? And what did you do to everyone right before I passed out?
All business, I see. Well, suffice it to say we were keeping a very close eye on Hephaestus, knowing we would need it at some point. Your ruse didn't fool us, and as for my little trick, it was an overload of the senses, accompanied by an energy discharge. Gerard and Eric were only momentarily disoriented due to their shields, but it rendered you unconscious while I got you out. Perhaps some breakfast might steady you a bit?
So if they knew that Hephaestus was there the whole time... Oh, they needed the alpha clearance, didn't they? A mega clearance.
This was your house. The one you recreated for Beta, in the data channel you shared.
How perceptive of you. Please, this way.
Didn't really take a lot to,
After everything your people have done? You think I'm just gonna sit down and have a chat with you?
They're not my people. They never were, and especially not now.
Okay, tell me more.
You shot off into space with them. And live with them for 1,000 years
Yeah, but she
before coming
didn't
back.
know they were gonna do that.
So what made you suddenly turn on them?
Quite simply, this.
Focus.
My old focus. You repaired it? But that means you've seen...
Incredible things. What you've accomplished in 2 decades of life. A 1,000 years at my back and I haven't even come close. I'm sorry if I invaded your privacy, but I had to. In order to understand. To be enlightened. You truly are Elizabeth's blood. With her drive, her sense of mission, her integrity. Watching all this shamed me for the company that I've kept. Having seen it, all I want is to help you.
Even if it means stopping your friends?
Especially so.
Not their friends.
Sit down.
I don't think... I believe her. She already just did. Gotta be true, right?
That's better. Now, we must recover Beta and Gaia at all costs. By now, you must know that Gerard intends to use Gaia to reboot the Earth's biosphere. Remaking this world to specifications that would only suit us immortals. This process will kill every living thing on the planet. He calls it a clean install.
They're immortal. Why do they wear the shields?
Not if I stop him first.
Not if we do. And once he and the others are gone, we can work together to fulfill Elizabeth's dream. I'm sure Beta told you that there's a build of the Apollo database on board our ship. A complete collection of human knowledge. With that and Gaia, we could do everything Elizabeth wanted. Heal the biosphere, educate the people of this world, uplift them. Create the world she imagined.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. From what I've seen, your friends are invincible.
I do wish you would stop calling them my friends. And they're not invincible. In fact, a friend of yours has found a way to defeat them.
We already know this.
Oh, he's been a busy bee, building an army powerful enough to crash through Gerard's precious base.
Yeah. Regala and her rebels.
Even now she's preparing a final march on the Tenakth capital. When she wins, she'll have the entire tribe under her control. Hundreds of warriors and machines to throw at the base. She's been duped. They'll all perish, of course. But it should be enough to break Gerard's defenses and allow Silence to kill him. Along with all the others.
Using the new weapon he's developed.
Yes, he's found a way to circumvent our shields. Truly an exceptional man. He's planned for everything. Except you and me. You see, while his army is battering down Gerard's doors, you and I will sneak in through a back way. One that only I know about. While Silence and my friends are busy battling each other, we'll take back Beta and Gaia. I told you I want to help you. I mean it.
Silence was actually kind of doing good then, really. Just going about it a different way, and they just always butted heads. Yeah, because of the fact that they were always. He was always working in mystery and never told. If he'd have just been up front with all the stuff. But yeah, they just never got on, did it? He did double cross her though.
You said Beta is not in urgent danger, so what are the Zeniths doing to her?
Putting her to work. Merging Hephaestus with Gaia. A difficult, time-consuming task, as I'm sure you know. They will compel her if need be. But her life is not in danger. She's the only one who can do it.
Because you people made her to be nothing but a tool.
Gerard's idea, not mine. They always viewed me with suspicion when I attempted any form of kindness towards her. That's why I created the data channel. A virtual place where we could speak in peace.
Why did you all of a sudden break it?
So this channel you shared with Beta, none of the other Zeniths ever found out about it.
Gerard believes he's the most cunning of all of us. Even after 1,000 years, he still can't imagine that I would outwit him. The channel allowed me to interact with Beta away from their mistrustful eyes. It offered us a chance to be ourselves.
Until you cut off all contact.
Yes. Though it pained me. I was worried that our meetings would do her more harm than good.
Well, she felt like you tossed her aside.
I was afraid the others would find out and punish her. She may not have had the comforts of friendship anymore, but at least I ensured she was safe. I know it seems harsh, but you must believe that her well-being has always been paramount to me.
Why did you make the data channel look like this place?
I built this house as a shelter to weather any storm. A safe place. Not just for me, but for the art stored below. Cultural artifacts of incalculable value. Truly some of the greatest achievements of human civilization.
And you wanted Beta to see them?
Yes.
Her upbringing was so cold and technical. I thought if she could experience Vermeer and Rembrandt, it would bring something else into her life. A heritage every bit as valuable as the scientific and technical data being drummed into her. I'm sorry I had to cut off contact, but I'll never regret sharing this house with her. She needed its shelter even more than I did.
Beta told me your colony was destroyed. That you came back to Earth because you had nowhere else to go.
It's true. After we reached our destination, a planet in the Sirius star system, we spent decades building a new home. The physical constraints of Earth, the boundaries of mortality, gone. To think of what we could have done with it. It might have been a utopia. Instead, we stagnated, absorbed in effortless comforts and virtual realities. It took a cataclysm to finally yank us out of our stupor.
What happened?
A massive geological event. We knew of instabilities in the planet core, but we underestimated them. By the time the collapse was upon us, it was too late to stop it. Only a few of us made it to the ship in time. We set course for Earth, the only safe harbor left to us.
Which you decided to make unsafe for anyone else.
Not me. Gerard. He believes it's better to wipe the canvas clean than work around the smudges. No more primitive tribes, no more combat machines, only a blank slate to do with as he pleases. But we will stop him. All we have to do is get into that base.
What exactly is your plan to sneak into the Zenith base?
We will make use of a lesson I learned from an early age. Always know your exits. In this case, a place where Gerard's new construction meets the ancient foundation, a passage that only I can access. When Silence flings his army at the base, we will enter through this back door, bypassing most of the fighting. The distraction will provide us with a window in which to rescue Beta and Gaia.
Once we're inside the base, where will we find Beta and Gaia?
Here in the command center. By then, Gaia will have been reunited with all of its subordinate functions, including Hephaestus.
What about the Alpha build of Apollo on your ship?
A simple matter of recovery once the others have been dealt with. With that in hand, we'll have everything we need to make this world as it should be.
My old Focus. How did you find it, let alone repair it?
When we encountered you at the Hades Proving Lab, Gerard saw you as a redundancy. I knew better. You were a revelation. After your dramatic escape, bravo, by the way. Gerard and Eric assumed you were dead and gave up the hunt. I wasn't so sure. When the others were busy, I returned to the lab and searched for any trace of you. That's when I found this little treasure. Not easy to repair, but certainly worth the effort. As I watched your life unfold, you were like a splash of color on a worn canvas. What Liz was, and more.
Did you show it to the others?
Of course not. It was your actions that inspired me to defy them. It's worth noting that if I hadn't found it and watched its contents, I wouldn't have known to save you at the cauldron. You'd be dead.
So I should be grateful?
If you like.
So you know all about me. What about you?
What would you like to know?
Well, start with your life on Earth.
When I was 8, terrorists flooded my home city. Thousands drowned, my parents included. I was one of the few who survived. My guardian sent me to boarding school. Among my peers, I was the strange girl, the orphan to be avoided. All because of circumstances beyond my control.
Oh. So we're a lot alike, huh?
Aren't we? You were an outcast. But you didn't let that stop you from getting what you needed. Neither did I. I climbed my way out of desolation and used my wits to build a fortune. First from the technical analysis of art and the detection of forgeries. Profitable expertise in those days. But as it turned out, the software I developed was even more useful for counterintelligence. From there, it was only a short step to gathering extremely valuable intelligence on my own.
You were a spy?
More like a service one could turn to for information. I had to remain anonymous, of course, to protect my privacy. But despite that anonymity, Far Zenith inevitably sought me out.
What happened when Far Zenith approached you?
They painted an irresistible vision of humanity's future. One where we need not fear illness or death, where we explored the furthest reaches of the stars and thrived. It was only later that I realized that they only intended to bequeath this future to the rich and powerful. By the time I finally figured it out, the walls were closing in, Faro's machines were devouring the Earth. So I accepted Far Zenith's invitation to a berth on the Odyssey. I wanted Liz to come, but she had nobler plans, as you well know.
So you didn't know the other Zeniths were monsters until it was too late?
I knew some of them were, certainly. It wasn't until we were off-planet that I understood the true scope of their greed. I was grateful to simply be alive, but the others became obsessed with a kind of effortless immortality. They built a colony where machines serviced their every need, where any memory or fantasy could be endlessly savored in virtual reality. It wasn't life. It was stultifying. A pampered dream state. As the decades passed, I withdrew more and more, alone yet again, but this time with eons to consider my mistakes. Now finally, having met you, I feel like I have a second chance.
To do what?
Help you, of course. To fulfill Liz's dream, which isn't so different from Far Zenith's original vision. A better future for humanity.
How do you know about Silence's plan?
He isn't the only one adept at spyware.
You hacked his focus?
No, he's too careful for that. But his subordinates? Not so much. He gave additional focuses to the tribals he branded the Sons of Prometheus.
The ones working with Regalla.
By tapping their focuses, I learned about most of his dealings. The distribution of override technology, the arming of Tanakh rebels, and the secret pact with Regalla to attack Gerard's base.
But how did he come up with a weapon that can take down your shields?
That's the one thing I haven't been able to figure out, but however he did it, I'm quite certain it will work. With it and the Tanakh army, victory seems to be within his grasp. Such a shame he'll be disappointed.
Regalla's only interested in killing Hekarro and waging war on the Karja. What does she have to gain by attacking Zeniths?
It's the price she must pay for her war. Without the ability to override machines, her little rebellion would have languished in the desert.
So she trades with the Sons of Prometheus. Machines to help her overthrow Hekarro.
In exchange for an assault on the base. Pride has deluded her into thinking she can actually survive such a battle. And all without ever knowing who the Sons of Prometheus really answer to. Yet for all of Silence's brilliance, still he underestimates you. That blind spot is what will allow us to take Beta and Gaia right out from under him.
While hundreds of Tenakth are cut down outside. So you knew Elizabeth. What was she like?
Liz was everything she was. I see in you. And more. Your ingenuity, your determination, your moral compass. You've managed to distill her greatest qualities and make them your own.
I'm not asking about me. Tell me about Elizabeth. What was she really like?
The honest answer is that I don't actually know. For all the time that I spent with her, she always kept a part of herself locked away. It was like that from the moment we met.
So when you met Elizabeth, she was what? Distant? Aloof?
Not aloof. Not exactly. It was a summit in Paris about machine learning, a touchy subject in those days, because regulatory authorities were just starting to clamp down on AIs. Liz gave the keynote address. She had already achieved great renown for her work in automated environmental reclamation. But in her address, she was just starting to imagine the next step. An AI-driven system that wouldn't just act on its programming, but actually take responsibility for its sphere of influence.
To care about life. Not just follow orders.
Revolutionary stuff. I was fascinated. And I wanted to meet her for a long time. I watched her after her talk. She had spoken with such moral authority, such empathy. But after that, she retreated. I could tell she felt uncomfortable with all of her admirers. It was as if giving the talk had cost her something. I didn't want to be a pest, so I planned my approach carefully.
So how did you finally approach Elizabeth after her talk?
I picked the right moment. The morning of the next day, right as she came back to the conference, she had just had her coffee. She was fresh, rested. It was like she had braced herself for the onslaught of colleagues. I asked if I could walk with her, then put forth a question about her talk that I thought was intelligent. Her answer made me realize it wasn't, but she was very welcoming. Almost as if we were previously acquainted. It was only halfway through the conversation that I realized she knew exactly who I was. It was quite a shock to me. My business was trafficking in secrets, and I took great pains to protect my anonymity. So that was Liz, perpetually one step ahead. I came to view our meeting as a metaphor for our friendship. She always seemed to know me far better than I knew her.
I guess I know the feeling. First Varl. Now Hekarro and the Tenakth. Your plan would wipe out an entire tribe. There has to be another way.
We are in an admittedly desperate situation, but I assure you there isn't. Remember Zero Dawn. Elizabeth's sacrifice. Sometimes many have to die for a new world to grow.
If it looks impossible, look deeper. Wait. The data channel. It still exists, doesn't it? I need you to open it. Let me talk to Beta.
Impossible. We might be detected.
It's worth the risk. There is another way, one where the Tenakth survive.
But we won't. If the others...
If you want to help, open it.
Or she's immortal. Still don't understand when they're immortal and they've got them shields. Don't make sense.
What are they doing to her?
Virtual reality dissociation. The manual merge of Hephaestus will take hours upon hours of tedious micromanagement. If she resists the work, they run simulations to induce feelings of isolation and despair.
Beta, can you hear me?
She got a raw deal from the start.
They're watching me. I can't hold this extra protection for long. You should have killed me.
No, look at me. I'm coming for you. I promise, okay? I just need you to hold out a little while longer and work on the merge.
Then I think it can be done.
I'll contact again when it's time. Can you hold on?
As long as I know you're coming for me, I can endure anything.
All right. I did as you asked. Now I think you need to tell me what you're planning.
I'm going to take Sylens' army away. I don't need it. Only the weapon he made to penetrate your shields.
True.
And how do you propose to get it? Ask him nicely?
Without Regala and her rebels, he won't have a choice. We'll be his only option.
Only option for what? What did you tell her?
That is between me and my sister. Will be Sylens' only option for crashing that base. I'll tell you the rest later. But first, there are a couple of things I have to do.
Oh. And what are those?
Lay my friend to rest. And then I'm going to use the override that Beta gave me at Gemini to put an end to Regala's rebellion. From the air.
Yay. Wings of the Ten,
Wait.
finally.
Since you insist on doing things your way, I know of something that will truly help you make a grand entrance with the Tenakth.
Okay, what's that?
The ancient Horus Titans still possess electromagnetic energy cells as part of their arsenal. Drop one of those on Regala's army and they'll receive quite a surprise. So go, do what you must. I'll come to your base if you manage to bring Sylens to the table.
Not if. When. Guess I'll have to do some exploring to find the parts I need.
Let's carry on with the warrior bow stuff. Burst fire. 3 shots. 5 shots. Pretty much the same. One's 3, one's 5. Medium amount of small amount. Take the one with 3 first. Seems more spammable. We're not gonna use them, but Wings of the Ten. Finally. once we do that, unlock that, and we get trophy. Sweet. Alright, let's get to this. All the makings of the next big thing, a much ballyhooed acquisition from an art historian turned technologist, no less, bleeding edge science and a great narrative. The application was called YCIT after young Christ in the Temple, a well-known Vermeer forgery. By creating perfect holographic scans of individual layers of a painting and comparing them to a vast, that's basically the thing what she created to identify forgeries.
Do I have anything that can hit it with purge water?
Ah, so we have been in this building before. So this was her building, we just didn't know when we came here. It just looks like a normal building now, doesn't it? Oh, she's gone. Oh, let's get out of here. You know what, this is fast travel. Cannot fast travel at this time, come on. Alright, maybe not then. We're jumping down to this.
A rush of air.
Go back up again. Glide from a bit higher up. Gotta run there. It's making me run there. Right, this way.
Careful now.
Won't let me use a mount either. Something's gonna happen on the way. This is like totally planned. So that something can happen. It's blatant. Pretty obvious, isn't it? Can't fast travel, can't use a mount, force me to run. It's obviously got to be something what's gonna happen. What they're making me have to see. We're running. long way to run. Won't it let me travel to nowhere? Oh. Wanted to find a nice place to end the part. It would have been a perfect place to end it if it would have let me, well, saying that, I could just go to a campfire and save and end it and then run the rest of the way. Start the next part. Yeah, that's what we'll do.
Bridgewater ammo will make this easier.
Not gonna be able to save it this one unless we kill everyone. Run to the next one. There we go. We should be able to do this one, hopefully. Damn it. Oh, we'll kill this. Okay. It's not gonna let me fast travel still. Ah, it is now. I'm not sure why. I fast travel to the campfire and then save. Not sure why it was not letting me do it until I ran.
Just to let you know, I'm now patched into your focus network.
Don't let the pretty landscape
Great. I take it the other Zeniths can't hear us?
Of course not. And they don't know about your base either, in case you were wondering. I sent you data on the Horus energy cells you can use against Regala's forces. Reach out to me when you're ready to acquire one.
Understood.
Perfect. The only way to attain them will be through air, but it sounds like you already have covered. When you reach one, it should come loose with a handy yank. Rust or corrosion notwithstanding. There is no need to prime the cell as they are designed to trigger on impact. Once you have one, all you need to do is drop it in the target area. Your Regala and the minions will enjoy the experience.
Are you looking to buy?
Alright. Perfecto. Perfecto. Right, that's gonna be the end of this part, people. There's still quite a bit left. I would have just carried on and done a big long part, but I reckon there's probably still another 2 hours, 3 hours at least. That's my guess. So we'll end it and we'll start another one. Yeah, we are definitely near the final showdown now. This is it, people. So hope to see you in the next one. It's gonna be a big one. That is part number 84. Done and dusted. See you in the next one, people. See you. I'm out.